Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm Octopus, and today we are gonna talk about the Thunder, the tier 10 UK battleship, the premium one. But first thing first, guys, please consider subscribing to this channel if you find these videos interesting or informative. Every kind of support is very much appreciated since I opened this channel recently and I'm making my way through the YouTube world, let's say. So, Thunder. Thunder is a ship available for coal. I can't recall correctly the exact amount. I guess it is something like around 250k coal, something like this. Of course, if you use the coupon, you can get some kind of discount, but the base price is something around that amount. Don't quote me fully on that. You can check it out yourself. Thunder has eight guns. They are 457s. This is basically the old version of, the second version of Conqueror guns, the ones that you could mount before. But the big difference is that the accuracy of the Thunder is much better than the Conqueror one. You can reach out a 12.3 kilometers of concealment, which is awesome for battleships. At the moment, UK battleships are the best concealed battleships at tier 10, if I'm not mistaken. Your speed is okay, 31 knots with speed flag. Your base reload on your guns is 22.9 seconds, which is not bad. Here the replay is bugged. I'm shooting HE, as you can see, but even if the indicator is showing AP, I don't know why, but the replay is kind of bugged. So the HE are insanely powerful on the ship. You have 63% firing chance, which means that ideally you can start a fire with every single salvo that you can land if you aim correctly. But we will see that as always, RNG can mess up very hard with the fire chance. But yeah, how you play Thunder? You just stay in the back and shoot and farm. Thunder is the best damage farming battleship in the entire game, in my opinion. Not because of the HE, but Thunder has insanely powerful AP as well. So but you don't have to you don't have to stick with one single armament all the time. You don't have to stick with HE every single time, but on the other hand, you don't have to stick with AP every single time, because there are situations where HE is much better than AP and vice versa. So in this case, as you can see, we are the only battleship on this flank. The Montana is already leaving. This ZAO is capping A. Yeah, but putting yourself in with a ZAO in that position means that you are gonna struggle very. You are gonna have a hard time disengaging from that position. As you can see, this Shikishima is kind of angled. We cannot overmatch the 32 millimeters of bow, and also the dispersion when I shoot this Shikishima is not the usual Thunder dispersion, but yeah, we keep using our HE on this Shikishima, which is basically a Yamato hull, because it is by far the best armament on in this specific situation. One mistake that I see a lot of Thunder players do is not switching ammo type in the right moment. They stick with HE or AP all the time, because there are these kind of Thunder players that think that Thunder is just a better Conqueror, so they stick with the HE every single time. Or there are these guys that then they are, I know how to play Thunder. Thunder gimmick is powerful AP, not HE, but they keep shooting AP even at angle targets like this Shikishima without recognizing the full power of Thunder, which is a deadly mixture between AP and HE. Weaknesses of this ship are the armor. The armor is basically a Conqueror hull, which means that you can get easily farmed by IFHE light cruisers, IHE from heavy cruisers, and you can get overmatched by Yamatos and Musashis and Shikishimas in this case. Love shooting you with AP ideally, because they can straight up overmatch your armor and citadel you from, really easy. And even if they don't citadel you, they can score a lot of juicy penetrations. You have a powerful repair party, but not a superhero like Conqueror. So you're not. You are a squishy battleship, and this is why I'm keeping up the pressure on this Shikishima as much as I can, because I want to get rid of this overmatching capability of the Shikishima. So when the Shikishima goes down, I might have an easier time getting anything done on this flank. She ate a torpedo, so this means that she probably flooded. Those were Zao torpedoes. And with a little bit of luck, we scored a double fire. And as you can see, even if you don't score fires, the HE alpha is so damn good that you are gonna hurt targets that you hit. And you can hit consistently these targets even if at long ranges, because the dispersion of these guns is amazing, as we already said. So don't underestimate the HE. Now we are facing cruisers, and now we are really shooting AP instead of HE. This is a silver camo Des Moines. For some reasons, there are people that got that camo. I don't see a single reason why I should get this camo, but whatever. We got a decent hit. No pens, but whatever. Sorry, no citadels. But another weakness of the ship are the firing angles. The firing angles, especially when you are kiting, they are really bad. So you have to expose quite a bit of broadside if you want to shoot with all your turrets. But once again, considering that you want to stay, you don't want to tank in a Thunder, you don't want to push, you want to be the second line sniper. It is sad to say, but this is how Thunder is more effective. The moment you expose yourself and you push and you get focused, if you're facing, for example, multiple battleships from different angles, you don't have really the armor to angle to absorb the damage, and you will just go down. You don't have a superhero like Conqueror, as I just said. So remember, the golden rule in Thunder is do not expose yourself for at least the first half of the battle, basically, because you want your damage to be effective. This is not a good design for the game, in my opinion, but nevertheless, Thunder is still the best battleship to farm some damage, in my opinion at least. Here we are losing the battle because the enemy is taking control of B cap. We don't have A, we don't have C. Seems like our C flank collapsed completely. So now we are forced to get closer to A. We spot this Thunder, but as you see, we are not going full nose in against this Thunder, because we have a Des Moines and a Yoshino on the other flank, and if we expose ourselves to this Thunder, we are gonna have our broadside exposed to the Yoshino and to the Des Moines, and this is what you want to avoid in a Thunder. You don't want to get caught in some kind of crossfire, because once again, you don't have the armor to sustain the focus fire. Here I'm a little bit unlucky with the volleys on the enemy Thunderer. I was hoping for some decent penetration. She was showing me a fair amount of broadside, but I got a bunch of ricochet, torpedo hit protection, and torpedo protection hit, and I don't know. I didn't get the kind of pens that I wanted. Like in this case, 3 non-penetration and 1 torpedo protection hit. Very sad RNG, but on average, Thunder can reward you. Thunder is a rewarding ship. If you can aim correctly and lead correctly, and choose the good target, the best targets for your shots, Thunder is a rewarding ship. This is what I like about Thunder. If you aim correctly, you get rewarded on average. There are some battleships like, I don't know, curves, for example, that are extremely unrewarding and that I don't like to play, because even if I know that even if I aim correctly, if the RNG fucks me up, I will not be able to get a decent hit. But if you aim correctly in Thunder, the RNG favors you. And this is our first kill on the Des Moines. He's now doing something really, really interesting, giving Rosa to a Yoshino, and he gets devastated by this Yoshino. Now I'm undetected thanks to my incredibly good concealment. I see this Yoshino turning, so I think he's gonna make a full turn. I aim in this sense, and a double citadel and 30k volley. A 30k volley on a cruiser. So this is huge damage on this Yoshino. Yeah, we don't. Another thing that we don't deal well with are torpedoes. Thunder, it doesn't have a very good torpedo protection, so avoid taking torpedoes. You're not a Kremlin or a Yamato that have like 50% around torpedo protection. You have far less. We can check the armor scheme of the Thunder later in the port. Also, keep in mind that as soon as you show broadside in a Thunder, you can get easily citadel by other battleships. So never show broadside in a Thunder, and this is another reason why pushing in a Thunder is not recommended, absolutely not recommended. As you can see, the firing angles when you are running away are not good. Here, these are Yoshino torpedoes, but to dodge the first volley, we end up eating we are lined up perfectly to eat one of these torpedoes. As you can see, we have 71k health, and this torpedo deals 15k damage, and we took it on our stern. If we took that torpedo in the central part of our ship, it might have been even more painful. As you can see, the repair party is not bad. It is kind of in the middle of the pack between the normal repair party of tier 10 battleships and the Conqueror one. It is a little bit in between. I'm not sure about the exact values, but I can tell you that it is, I don't know, yeah, in between normal heal and super heal, but it is nowhere near as powerful as Conqueror heal repair party. So here I wanted to get myself spotted by this Thunder that repaired a single fire, and so this is why I slowed down. Thunder gets spotted, but as you can see, she eats 4 torpedoes from the gearing and she goes down very, very easily. So now we are left 5v5. We are losing the B cap. We have only A cap. We have a gearing with almost no HP, and we know that since there is a CV in the game, gearing is gonna be the primary target for the enemy CV. So I'm not counting on this gearing lasting too long into this battle. So I know that we will have to do something about the B cap, because it is highly unlikely that we will be able to contest it. Here I predicted that this Yoshino would have turned out and slowed down, and this is a 20k volley almost. If you can aim correctly and predict what the enemy is gonna do, and you can land consistently your shells, the RNG is gonna reward you. Once again, this is one of the best features of Thunder, in my opinion, and this is also what makes Thunder so damn powerful. Absolutely, it's so powerful. We lost our Bourgogne, but this game, by the way, was I played this game on my stream, and I was even ranting about my my RNG today in Thunder because of the fires and because of citadels or whatever. But we are gonna see that in the end, RNG will just grant us a very big satisfaction. Good job by our gearing. In the meantime, he scores a double strike and he kills 2 battleships with 2 torpedo volleys. So GG to him as well. This Minotaur is not making up his mind. He wants to turn, but he is also waiting. So I go for a volley on this Minotaur, and this is 1 citadel and a cap reset. I'm not sure how a ricochet happened here. I shot one of his turrets, but whatever. You're very good at blapping cruisers, but if you get very close, your incredible penetration of your with your AP can lead to some unpleasant situations, in the sense that if you close the distance way too much, you might get some overpens instead of citadels, especially on super light cruisers like Minotaur, for example. But whatever. As you can see, Thunder has also the defensive fire consumable. Thunder AA is average, I would say, nothing really special. The consumable is a good addition, but you're not gonna stop any kind of tier 10 planes striking you. So don't expect any kind of monstrous AA, even if you have the consumable active. So this is one weakness of Thunder, that she can get focused by the CV easily, because if you stay in the back, I mean the second line, not too far in the back but not too far in the front, it means that usually you're kind of isolated, and especially not close to any kind of cruiser. So you can be a very juicy target for the enemy CV if he wants to target you. So keep this in mind. At this moment, we are 3 versus 3. We are a little bit ahead in points, but they have the cap advantage. So plus, I'm not sure about that Smolensk around C. If the CV goes and targets the Smolensk, he might go down. So I'm not counting on that Smolensk. So here I'm high draws by the Minotaur. As you can see, I aim for his citadel, and there are 3 overpens on his broadside. Why? Because we have the AP have such a good penetration, and you don't have a short fuse like Stalingrad or something like that. So at these ranges, a broadside Minotaur it leads to overpens. As you can see, with 2 torpedoes, and the damage was very good. I mean, in the sense we ate a ton of damage. Here we spot the same Minotaur, but now he's making the crucial mistake of angling, and when he angles, then the overpens are not here anymore, and this is a double citadel and devastating strike. And this is our second kill. We eat some damage from the planes. As you saw, we eat some. I mean, we don't deal well against AP bombers. I mean, no one does, but Thunder especially has a gigantic citadel, so you don't deal well with AP bombers. Even if we have the defensive fire active, as you saw, the enemy carrier ate a bunch of flags, but if she didn't eat that that flag, she would have been able to strike us multiple times. At this moment, the battle is almost won. This is kind of a blind shot. I mean, I didn't have a clear vision of the enemy Hakuryu. I press Z on my keyboard to see to have a better vision. I aim slightly too far ahead, but whatever. Here she comes again with torpedo planes. Here I go for another shot on the Hakuryu. Here I was thinking I might go down, I might get as much damage as possible. As you can see, sometimes the RNG can really troll you, as in this sense. 2 shells in the, or 3 shells in the front, 1 in the back. But we have our back turrets. We go for another shot, and if the RNG is on your side, this is what can happen. 4 shells, 4 citadels on a Hakuryu. So this is not what happens usually, but it can happen definitely. So this is our 3rd kill. Here there are some more Yoshino torpedoes. We might. I'm happily taking the carrier torpedoes instead of one or two Yoshino torpedoes, because Yoshino torpedoes are much more scary than the carrier torpedoes. And here I will, now with less than 1 minute remaining on the clock, I'm trying to just round up my damage on this Yoshino that I failed to kill for the entirety of this match. I'm also contesting B, so this is even some more extra experience. Staying in the cap for a long time gives you some more experience if you don't cap, even if you don't cap. And this Yoshino is about to, I mean, Ideally, he was about to die, but he's so saturated that the pens do half of the damage almost everywhere. Plus, he's slowed down, he's dodging, so he's just trying to survive. I'm not sure why. Maybe he wants his Dreadnought achievement. At this point, he stops shooting, so he goes undetected. I go for a blind shot, but we will not be able to kill this Yoshino. So these are the final results of the battle. 304k damage, 27 planes, 3 kills, only 4 fires, 10 citadels, 1 solo cap and 3 defended captures. Double devastating strike, dreadnought and high caliber. We didn't get the Confederate, but whatever. So, and the basic speed is huge, almost 3.9k basic experience. This is until now my personal record with Thunder in overall with the basic experience, not damage wise, but basic experience. It is my personal record. Very good job from our Ging as well. As I said, he's with 4 kills and he got a very interesting double strike there. So GG to him as well. As you can see, we hit only 6 targets, but you can see that we dealt a ton of damage to at least 5 of these targets. Hakuryu, we devastated the Hakuryu, we devastated the Minotaur, we dealt a big chunk of damage to this Des Moines. This Yoshino tanked, he took almost 90k damage only from us and he survived, so GG to this guy surviving. As you can see, Shikishima, we dealt 66k damage to that guy only with HE, because as you can see, HE damage is 56k plus some fires. We shot HE to the Thunder and to the Shikishima because Thunder was angled. So don't underestimate the HE on Thunder. Don't stick always with AP. But as you can see, AP damage was huge in this game, especially because of these 2 devastating strikes. But I mean, especially the one on the Hakuryu was a pretty lucky shot. But so don't expect this to happen every single game, of course. But Thunder AP are super scary. 1.7 million potential damage, which is not bad in a Thunder. If this was a Kremlin, Kurfürst or Yamato game, I would say even below average potential damage. But in a Thunder, it is quite good because, once again, you are not supposed to tank in this thing because you don't have literally the armor. We absorbed 106k damage. As you can see, the vast majority of this damage came from torpedoes, both from the Yoshino and the carrier. 3 bombs hit, only 13k, luckily for us, but you can get absolutely wrecked by Hakuryu AP bombs, so we were kind of lucky in this sense. And some AP, some HE. You don't tank AP and you don't tank. If you are full nose in and someone shoots you AP, okay, he can get some juicy pens, but he's not gonna citadel you. But the HE is the real scare for this ship. As you can see, only 4 HE hits, 11k damage. I assume these were Thunder HE, and 45 AP hits, 19. So you don't deal very well with HE spam by any means. Credit-wise, this was an amazing game in Thunder, and the earnings are not bad, 721k with some modifiers. So this is not a credit printer like Missouri, for example, but yeah, you can get some kind of reward in this sense. Also free XP wise and Captain XP wise, if I wasn't, I didn't have all my special flags on. So if I had all my flags and all the possible modifiers, this would have been a monstrous game, both credit and experience wise, but hey, whatever. So this is our Thunder. Let's start with the consumables. You don't get to choose anything. So upgrades, I use this one, main mana modification 1, because your turrets can get knocked out. So you want to use detonation flags on these ships, or and the secondaries and the AA is not gonna be. If you come under HE focus fire, you're gonna lose them regardless. So go for your turrets. Here, more tankiness, better accuracy. Once again, Thunder turret traverse time is not bad at all, 33.3 seconds with expert marksman, so it is more than manageable. So you don't need main battery modification to go for the good aim, good accuracy is the bread and butter of Thunder, and you want to enhance this as much as you can. Here I go for propulsion because Thunder maneuverability is very good. 10.4 seconds for a battleship is super good, and 820 meters turning circle radius is another very cool feature. It is almost cruiser level of turning circle radius. So if you compare it to Montana one, it is insane. For example, if you go to Montana, it is 950. Yamato is a little bit better at 900, but yeah, having for example Zhao, to make a comparison, has 840, okay, and Zhao is a cruiser, you are a battleship and you have 820, so your the statistical radius is better than Zhao one. So Thunder maneuverability is amazing, and since then you want to use propulsion to be better at juking shells if someone fires you from long range. Then concealment, we said the Thunder concealment is great, so you want to enhance this feature, plus the other two options that you have here are completely useless. And finally, main battery modification on 3, because the default range of the Thunder is 24.3, which is more than enough to be effective, so you don't need this absolutely. Go for better reload. Captain. Here I have a peculiar captain. This might not be the very best build, but it is a build that I'm comfortable playing. So the build that I personally use is priority target, expert marksman, superintendent, concealment expert, fire prevention, sorry, basics of survivability, expert loader, and preventive maintenance. Now, the better build, the most competitive build that you could build for is skip this one, take adrenaline rush, and don't take preventive maintenance either, and with the 2 points remaining get the improved jack of all trades. Okay, here this is a super old build for Conqueror, and I didn't touch this captain since then, but the very best build should be priority target, adrenaline rush or expert marksman, superintendent, concealment, fire prevention, expert loader, jack of all trades, and expert marksman if you didn't take it earlier. So this, in my opinion, should be the best build, but this is the build that I'm running. So you make up your mind on which set of skills is better for you. The mandatory ones are concealment expert, and in my opinion expert loader, because as you saw, we want to switch from HE to AP, and having this skill is very interesting on Thunder. Flag wise, standard, better heal, more speed, faster reload of consumables. Please don't take the fire ones, it is completely useless. You already have 63% firing chance. Going from 63 to 65 is a complete waste, so you absolutely don't need these two flags. Reduction in fires, always interesting to have on battleships. Other than that, you can mix in some reduction in floodings if you want, but it is unlikely that you're gonna hit that you are gonna hit so many floodings. I mean, besides carriers, you are unlikely to have to deal with too many torpedoes from destroyers, because you usually stay in the back, and it is unlikely that too many torpedoes are gonna hit you. But if you have and you can afford, just go for this one as well. You can buff your AA, why not? Even if I find it a waste on Thunder. And other than that, ramming flag might be useful. Let me put on a flag that I'm not running for some reason. And Plus, I mean, other than combat flags, use all the economics and all the special flags that you can if you want, because Thunder can give you a lot of satisfaction in credit earnings but especially free XP and Commander XP earnings. So Thunder is very powerful even in this department. Let me show you the armor scheme of Thunder. As you can see, it is coated everywhere in 32 millimeters of armor. So bow, stern, deck, and even the armor belt. This is the belt that protects the citadel. But I mean, you are a little bit better than, what is the Conqueror? The Conqueror, I mean, Conqueror has this part even a little bit bigger. As you can see, Thunder has a slightly thinner part here. You're better than Republic, that is coated everywhere in 32 millimeters. So you're a little bit more resilient to HE spam than Republic, but being more resilient than Republic is not really a big thing. Let me show you the Citadel. Citadel is, this is Citadel, okay? It stands way out of the waterline. This is all Citadel, and so Thunder, and it is very flat. It is not angled like Kremlin one, so it is very easy to Citadel a Thunder at any range basically. So never show broadside. But once again, if you are facing Yamatos and Musashi or Shikishimas, they can easily aim for your nose, overmatch it, and straight up punch through into your citadel, that is gigantic. So you always want to avoid especially close quarter fights against these BBs, because they literally dumpster you. You want to farm them with HE from distance, or punish them if they are showing you broadside with AP, but you absolutely don't want to brawl these things in a Thunder. You can brawl other ships in a Thunder if you know what you are doing, but once again, the firing angles on the Thunder are not great. If you are facing a Kremlin, for example, Kremlin can easily devastate you in a drive-by without you being able to use all your guns. So avoid exposing yourself in a Thunder. It is sad to say, but Thunder is the better performances that you are going to have in Thunders are the ones when you stay in the back and the second line and snipe. This is not a good design, but it is definitely the best ship at the moment, in my opinion, to farm damage at tier 10 between battleships, at least. Smolensk is another thing, but whatever. So this was my Thunder commentary, guys. If you find this video interesting or at least entertaining, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, every kind of support is very much appreciated. Leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have any question or particular request, I will leave you in the description of the channel, of the video, the link to my Twitch and to my Discord. And if you want to hop in, you are more than welcome. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.